What is up, everyone? Murray NJ08 is here with a very, very, very special video that I made specially for my subscribers as they were requesting this ever since I announced this new setup for my channel. People have been asking, Sean, we absolutely loved your video last year. Can you please do an update? Well, you might be thinking to yourself, what am I talking about? Well, I recently acquired and moved over and stepped up in the gaming world, in the YouTube world. That is right, Murray NJ08 now is with the times. Very with the times. As you're going to see, this is a killer setup, if I have to say so myself. I now have direct capture. And there's a lot to it. And instead of explaining it, I'm just going to show it off right here. I'm gonna explain and kind of give you guys a room tour / my new setup, because everybody does ask also, how do you make your videos? What's your process? You know, how do you go about, what's a day in the life of Murray NJ08 as far as your gaming studio? We're going to talk about that here. Now, those of you that know, that follow me through the years, know that last year I did a video, same response. Somebody wanted to know how I do things. And you definitely have to check that out and then check this out, and you're going to see the massive, massive change. How I do things now is night and day, polar opposite, different. Apples to oranges to vegetables, okay? It's not even close. If you remember, you know, for the longest time, since 08, I pretty much did everything with a camcorder and a tripod. I'm actually using the camera right now to video this. But this would sit on a tripod. It would face my television. And for years I did that. And, you know, this camera's been nothing but good to me. I mean, this camera paid for itself multiple times. I've been doing it, you know, I never was a massive YouTuber. I never was huge. But I was doing this way back before a lot of people were doing it. And, you know, the name says it all. I even had a channel before this in 06. You know, I had a lot of copyright issues, even in the beginning with this channel. But, you know, the times have moved on, and now, you know, it's becoming, you know, massive. And there's a lot of competition out there. And, you know, the way that I was doing things was I was doing things with the camera, and I would set the camera up, and, you know, a lot of times the sides of my TV would be cut off, and the audio was terrible, and it wouldn't pick up on a lot of darker games or the text. But guess what? That's how I did it for years, and everybody loved it because they loved the commentary, you know? A lot of times they would not even worry about the game. They would just watch me, you know, for commentary, or if they did want to check the game out. And, you know, it wasn't totally bad. You know, I was looking back today, actually, on a lot of my stuff through the years, and I'm actually quite impressed how I did it. Some games, you know, you couldn't even tell the way that I set the camera up. So I did very well, and I'm pretty proud of myself, especially from back in the day when, you know, a lot of people weren't even doing Let's Plays. So fast forward to now, to about a week or two ago. What a difference! Now I will get to what the ups and downs are at the end of this video, but let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is my equipment, and then we're going to talk about my software, and then we're going to talk about how I manage my YouTube channel. So this is going to basically be a tour and the process of Murray NJ08. This is going to be exclusive, rare, behind the scenes. I'm going to let you guys in on my setup, on my studio, because I'm pretty psyched. I'm so happy. This is a killer setup. I didn't know, here's a little bit of a brief introduction before I start showing stuff off. I didn't know much about direct capture. If it wasn't for the help of some amazing people on Twitter and some amazing people on YouTube, and some big YouTubers, I'm lucky enough, you know, to be associated with them and friends with them and actually bullshit and talk with them as you know, talk shop and just as friends. And I got such great information from them, such great suggestions. They've been such a massive inspiration, and if you watch my channel, you know, you can really see that I pay, you know, tributes to a lot of them. And they helped me a lot with my setup, a lot with hardware. Of course, everybody had different opinions. I took them all in, and I made my decision on what I was going to buy. And it's a lot to think about. It's definitely a big move for me. It's not an easy move for anyone. And you want to do things, and you want to do things right. And I wanted to make sure that this was a killer setup. I said to myself, if I'm going to do this, I'm not going to do it halfway. If I'm going to stop the analog, the old camcorder way, I'm going to go full force. So I bought everything. I spent the bucks. I bought all the equipment, and I spent the time to learn the software, the equipment, and setting it up. And I think I got it pretty much nailed down now. So I am extremely happy with my setup. I couldn't be happier. So here's what we're working with here. Okay, let's walk over to here. This is where the majority of my systems are, my newer systems. Of course, we have every system. We have all the older systems. But this is my Xbox One. This is my PlayStation 4, okay? My 360's down there, my PS Triple, and my Wii U. All right, Ouya is floating around here too. Now, as you can see here, we have my HD PVR rocket. This is my Hauppauge rocket. This thing is absolutely incredible because A, the size of it, and B, how powerful this little sucker is. I mean, you wouldn't believe the quality, the full quality raw out of the PVR, the direct capture device, how sick the videos are, how smooth the frame rate is. It's awesome. Now, here's my setup here, okay? Basically what we have is we have the PVR. Now, this will also work as a standalone PVR. You don't need your computer. However, that's good if you're on the go or if you're in a rush or whatever. I don't do that, okay? I'll talk about why at the end of this video and the benefits of using a PC as a pass-through, but you just have so much more control. But it's nice that you have the option. So what options do you have? Well, basically what you have here is you have your microphone controls, okay? So this is if you're not using the computer, because you can do all this with the software. You have your volume, you have your mute mic, and you have your save settings, so you don't mess with anything if you touch them. And you also have your 20 decibel boost. Gives your mic a nice sound. You have a big red button here. Basically, when you hit that, it starts to record. When you hit it again, it stops recording. And what you're doing is you're saving everything to a USB drive, okay? You're saving everything to a USB drive. So there's no limit to the size of the drive. It's just however big of a drive you have. So I believe they said 16 gigs gets you basically 4 hours of gameplay. Not bad. I'm going to take a quick little peek over here, as you can see, because I have been messing with testing it out to see how it works. So we got a couple of USB drives hanging around here. I like to have them either way. And what's nice is, of course, you have your microphone going in. Now, what's nice about this is that it's a color code. What does that mean? Well, you have to learn the code. So in other words, there's a light band. Okay, there's like a light bar that wraps around the PVR. It's pretty neat. When it's solid green, that means it's ready to go. Everything is set up A-OK. You got your signal going in, you got your signal going out, you got your computer on, your hard drive. You're ready to record. If it's blinking, that means something is not right. It's very smart. Whether a cord is misplugged or not, in the right socket, your hard drive, your computer's on, your USB drive is not plugged in, it will blink a certain color. When you're doing a firmware update, it blinks a certain color. It's pretty cool. It does blue, red, green. So you have to learn, the different light bands. But basically, solid green, we're all ready to go. Now, what we have here is we have out to the television. So that's basically so you can see what you're doing, your gameplay. Then you have in. So pretty much your system, whatever system you want to capture from, is plugging into the PVR. Okay, and then we have our power, which is powered 2 ways. Well, it's powered by USB only. However, there's a red USB, which will go into your console if you're doing standalone, or a black USB, which will go into your computer if you're using a computer. Okay, so we're using the computer. But I have tested both. What's nice about this is that now there's something now called HDCP, but however, there's an interesting story behind it. Basically, what HDCP is that's a copy protection. High definition copy protection, where it blocks the pass-through of your device, so you can't capture it. Now, the PlayStation 4 is in that boat. However, I'm now videoing this photo. I'm making this video for you guys. I've been doing too much commentary lately. And there actually was I believe it's 1.7 is the update for the PlayStation 4. It now bypasses the HDCP with HDMI out. Before you had to have like a splitter, you had to have a special rig. Now, right out of the box, your PlayStation 4 can use capture now. So just in time, right? Thank you, Sony. Appreciate it. Now, however, you might be saying, well, wait a minute, doesn't the PlayStation 3 have that? It does. It still does. There's no HDMI out with this still to this day. But there's walks around that. What I actually did was there's composite cables. So it's HDMI to these composite cables. See them? And basically, it's still phenomenal quality. I mean, you can't even really tell, especially the way YouTube downgrades video quality anyway, so it doesn't really matter. This is HDMI to composite to the PVR. So yes, you can capture the PlayStation 3 with all these cables. Pretty cool. I absolutely am. It's astonishing actually how it captures it. It's very good quality. And unlike a lot of the older Hauppauge PVRs, you had to have a separate one for the PlayStation 3, or you had to have the older PVRs, you had to have a separate one just for composite and component cables. Nope. This does it all, and there's hardly no lag. It's very fast. It has the live pass-through to the television, which works phenomenal. It's one of the newer PVRs, and it's phenomenal. It's very powerful. I like it a lot. It does a really good job, and what I like is, as you can see, I can have almost every system plugged in at once. So I can keep my my component cable from the PlayStation 3 in. I can keep my Xbox One or PS4 in. I don't have to keep switching them all the time. Very nice. All in one. Nice, fast, clear pass-through to the television. USB right to the computer. Very cool. So that is what I am working with as far as my PVR. And as you can see, it sits there nice, rested on my Xbox One. Okay? Now, let's talk about the second thing. The second thing is my headset. This is my controller area here, where I have all my controllers, as I'm testing out all the systems with the PVR. Okay? We have this is the Turtle Beach Earforce PX22. I absolutely love this gaming headset. Wow. So let me talk about this gaming headset a little bit. It does everything. It has an amazing sound quality, has an amazing chat mic. Okay? So you can do your in-game chat when you're playing like a first-person shooter, what you would want to chat for. Or you could actually even use it for commentary. Sometimes I use it on the PC instead of plugging in my microphone. It works very well. Amazing sound. And what I love about the PX22 is, unlike a lot of the other ones, I didn't want to spend money on each system, on each headset. It would be ridiculous. So I spent the money on one good one, and this works with, I'm going to tell you, it works with the PlayStation 3, the Xbox 360, and it works with the Xbox One, and it does now work with the PS4. Awesome. So, not too, pretty good. Not too confusing. It hooks up pretty easy. And it's very compatible with every system that you own. So these are the PX, the Earforce 22. They are sponsored by Major League Gaming, MLG. Okay? Nice headset. So that is the headset that we are working with here. And that's how I get all my game audio. So nothing goes through the microphone. Okay? I have a lot of nice controls. I'll talk about them in a minute. Okay. Now what are we working with as far as a microphone? Okay. I'm going to show you something here. This is basically my station. Okay. Alright, this is my little workstation here. Alright. And what we have here is we have my power mic. This is actually very sick. Let me tell you, I spent the bucks. I gotta admit, I spent the bucks, and I I bought a really, really, really nice microphone, okay? I bought a really nice microphone. This is a power mic that I actually bought from Musician's Friend. This is not like a lot of the toys that you see people use, these expensive USB-powered microphones. No, no, no. This is a studio mic that I actually use now for recording, okay? And what's cool is that it has I put a filter on it, so it's got the filter. It's got a beautiful, beautiful sound. It has no, noise. It filters a lot of things out, especially with this professional filter I put on it. It's got the nice up and down stand for the mic, because it's a pretty heavy mic. And also it is powered by a power supply here. You could actually do different settings. I could hook up my iPad with special apps and add effects. This is pretty sick. I just got this in the mail today. It does a whole mess of things. And then, of course, here, right here, I have my microphone, my headset adapter here. This is for, like, I could change my settings. So this is for me, for what I hear in my headset. My game audio, my chat audio. And this is everything that you see there. Of course, I have my USBs here. I have my drinks go here, my coffee, my iced tea or whatever you got here. All right. And basically this is my new microphone. Come over here. Okay. Pretty cool. Very cool, actually. Like I said, that's my, that's my mic setup. It's a pretty sick mic. Okay. And of course we have a lot of cables here, so we have the cables going into the PVR. We have the audio cables going into the PC. I am using a extended USB 9-foot USB cable so that the PVR can go into the USB cable. I have an extended cable that goes to the PC temporarily while I'm recording. When I'm not, it all gets unplugged. And then we also have an extended HDMI to DVI out cable for my computer, since this PC doesn't have HDMI. All my other ones do, but this one doesn't. I do a lot of my editing on here. So we have a 9-foot by Amazon Basics. We have a 9-foot HDMI DVI cable. So that is my setup right there. That's basically where I sit and where I do a lot of my stuff here. I have a lens flare. I have absolutely no idea where it's coming from. Might be coming from here. Okay, now, what do I do about software? Well, right now, I gotta tell you, I am doing everything with a program called XSplit. Now, I'm putting the DVR, hooking it up to my PC. Right now, my PS3 is hooked up. As you can see live on the screen, you can see that's what I actually see when I'm recording. Okay? This is the capture software for the PVR Rocket. This is basically where you bring the PVR Rocket onto your PC, okay, with the USB cable. You could do your controls, you could do your in-game audio, you could do your voice audio, this, that, and the other thing. Okay? Let me actually turn my controller on so the screen doesn't dim. There we go. Oops. So, that's where I do all my editing, okay? Now, let's sit down here for a minute. Show you this to you guys here. This is awesome. I absolutely, positively love this program. I'm going to shut this light off. Okay? This is where I sit down, okay? When I'm gaming, when I'm actually streaming. Okay, this is XSplit. So basically what this is that I could be live all the time with no matter what system, including my PC and any console, is live on Twitch. This is where I do my broadcasting for you guys. This is where you watch me, okay? Now, what's cool about this is that you have so much control, okay? You can have what's called scenes. Now, I'm very particular. I like to name my scenes, okay? But you can have, welcome to my stream. You could turn that off. Of course, I have my watermark in all my videos, so my watermark goes down here. You could move this and resize it. If I'm going on a break or if I have to run a commercial, okay? There's my commercial break here. Okay, we have a logo screen, when I'm getting ready to stream. It tells you what I'm playing. So this is, now playing Amnesia: The Dark Descent. I was testing that the other night, okay? This is where I actually do my channel update. I do all my own graphics in Photoshop. I do all my own templates. See? I'm waving to the camera. So this is my channel update format. Now I am now live when I do my channel update. So you can watch it live or YouTube. It is archived. And this is, you know, another screen when I go on break. Or before the game starts. When I'm getting ready to. Then we can go back to gameplay, and then this is where my game goes. So right now, like I said, we have the PlayStation 3. This is amazing, okay? You can have all your settings. You know, what's nice is that I could broadcast two things at once, or what I could do is local recording, which is my raw footage for YouTube, or just in Twitch TV. I can record both of them at the same time. So while I'm streaming live to you guys, you could also have it go to your local hard drive where you can upload the video later to YouTube. And what's nice is you don't have to have the same settings. So I could have a nice high setting for YouTube, and then I could have a lower setting to stream so that, you know, nothing gets all buggy and choppy. And then basically what you do is you go to your hard drive where it saves the video. You go to your hard drive and then you pull the video up. I don't have any on here now because I uploaded them all, but that's where the videos go, right on your hard drive. So you don't have to worry about a USB drive when you're doing it standalone. That's why I love doing it on the PC. And with XSplit, it's absolutely amazing. There's so much control that you can have. I mean, you know, you could have more than one, you could broadcast more than one service or system at a time. That's how nutty this program is. I do pay $60 a year for the premium version of this, but I have so much control. And like I said, now I'm doing all my series live on here. We even do karaoke here. And I can stream singing on Justin TV. But pretty much all my shows will eventually come on here. I'm actually going to be doing my podcast on here soon. I'm going to make a template for that. So this is XSplit. There's also another program that I've been messing with called OBS, Open Broadcaster Software. Okay, I've been actually messing with this. This is actually a free software. It's pretty good. It does a lot of this similar things with a more basic layout. But this is the Hauppauge capture software, and this is XSplit. XSplit is nuts. XSplit is amazing. This is where pretty much most of my time I spend in. So most likely this is where I'm sitting and monitoring my videos and editing them. And it's an amazing piece of software. A lot of big YouTubers are using this, and I think it's amazing. The quality is awesome. Like I said, you have such flexibility. You can have your watermark, you can have logos, you can have scenes, you can have transitions. It's so powerful, and you're recording to your hard drive, and at the same time you're live on Twitch. So, you know, it really is the best of both. I like it. And it's definitely cool. What's nice about having dual monitors is that you can have your XSplit and one monitor. And then you can have your Twitch dashboard where, you know, you can moderate things and edit the title and edit the description and also moderate the chat channel. You know, if you have a lot of idiots in the chat channel, you can moderate them. And it's definitely cool. See, here now is my dashboard. So we have the chat room, you know, we got a preview of everything. Got a video playing here, an ad. So I could do all my. See, this is actually my dashboard. So you have a little preview window of what you're broadcasting. I'm not live right now. I have it offline. Well, actually, you know what? Let me see here. Watch this. Let's mess with this here. I'm actually going to go. So also what's nice is that you can actually have hotkeys. What I mean by that is that instead of using the mouse and clicking to record, because I like to record in increments for YouTube anyway, you can stop and hit the record button. And instead of doing that, what you could do is you could do hotkeys. So you could do like set up a keystroke where, you know, it'll automatically stop and save, stop and save. And the stream, I just keep the stream going, but for YouTube, I like to chop them up for YouTube. So I do like to stop my local recordings. And what's nice is you don't have to mess with your broadcast settings either. But like I said, this is the dashboard. This is where I can name my broadcast, where I could give it a description, okay? This is where I can moderate the chat channel. So I keep an eye out on all you guys. See, here we go. See, I'm live now. See the preview? There it is, look. See? I'm live. And see, it's red. It's red when you're live. And this is Twitch here. Pretty cool. I'm going to now watch. I'm going to stop it. I'm going to go to broadcast. I'm going to stop it. There's a little bit of a delay, of course. And this will end here. This will stop. See? So that's my dashboard. And that's my PVR software that comes with the Hauppauge. And this is XSplit. Very nice. One last thing I'll show you guys. Look at that. I said Xbox One before, and look, my Xbox One turned on. Don't you just love the Kinect? On my 27-inch iMac here, this is where I do all my YouTubing, where I do my uploading, okay? I'm actually in the middle of uploading a video right now, see it? So pretty much, I have a network drive. Everything gets saved to the network drive, Dropbox, and various others. I pull the videos off, and or I do them right on the computer, the PC, but I like to do some editing on the Mac here, as I have a lot of software. And then I take those videos and I upload them, and then you know, they go on MurrayNJ08. This one's actually done. I just have to finish tagging it and editing it. But that's, you know, this is where I do all my YouTubing. So, you know, that's that. So that's pretty much everything. That's my direct capture. That's my XSplit settings, my XSplit setup, my PVR software setup, my microphone setup. That's pretty much where I sit right here, and that's, you know, I have access to everything. My microphone's right there, my USB drives, my drink, my on the go, on the fly toggles for my headset, my mixer box and power adapter for the microphone. My PVR sits over there with the systems. That's my setup. That's how you get the videos on MurrayNJ08. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you again soon. Take care, and I hope this was informative. Bye-bye now.